Hello everyone, welcome to this new tutorial of Python. Today we shall look at how to program in Python. We shall learn a number of projects, or we shall do a number of projects in this tutorial. Some of the projects are a calculator, just arithmetic operations. We shall have rock, paper, and scissors. We shall have maybe guess a number, and we shall have the weather forecast app. So first of all, we shall look at what we are going to be programming in, and that is Python. Then we shall see what Python consists of in this case, and we shall, by the time we finish all these games, all these applications, we shall have tackled each and every aspect or each and every programming concept you need as a programmer or as a beginner in Python. And with that said, let's get started. So before we begin, you'll need the following. You'll need to have the Python installed in your PC or in your machine. You just come in your browser, you type in Python, and they'll bring you this. Go to Python or www.python.org and download Python. For me, I've already downloaded it. So you go ahead and download the latest version. Because I'm using the latest version, so make sure you download the latest version to follow up with the same. So from here you come down, you can scroll through and read about Python release versions and all that. So and you can go ahead, you check here in downloads. So here it is. If you're using Linux, there is a version. If you're using Mac OS, there is. And me, I'm using Windows, so you'll download Windows if you're using Windows. So after that, you need a text editor. So you search for VS Code. It's what I'm going to be using. It's just here. Yes, it is this one. You can download VS Code or Visual Studio from their site. Maybe already have it. So the download button is right here. It is right here. So once it's done downloading, you go ahead and install. You can download the stable version. It is also here. So once it's done, you go ahead and install. Me already have them installed. So I'll straight away go to the file. This is our VS Code. First of all, after downloading, you have to configure that you have the extension Python installed. So you come here, you say Python in VS Code. Oh, sorry, Python. So it is going to load these extensions. I think it is carrying a lot. That is why it is delaying. But that is the criteria you follow to install the extension. I'll let it load as we wait for it. So you can see it has loaded. Now we can check it out. It is here. You install. After installing, then you can close this. You can navigate through and read through and check through the settings and all that. Yeah, so after that, we go ahead and create a new file. We shall call ours as Python. Let's just call it intro underscore Python dot py. Enter. So we shall save it here. Put the extension dot py. It is supposed to be this side actual not. So once you're done creating our folder, So we shall look at the following during this tutorial. First of all, we have data types. We shall look at data types during coding. Data types, okay, those include integers, floats, strings. So integers are whole numbers, in short, like this or like this. Those are integers. Then floats, these are the opposite, if I may say. Let's say you might have like this, that is a float. So any number with a decimal point is a float. Yep. So, and strings, these ones exist in either double quotes or they exist in single quotes. So if you use any of those, it is the same. Let's say maybe you wanted to have an apostrophe in your sentence. You could simply say like, let's say, okay, let's just take an example. And you need to use this. You would definitely do that. But you can't do it here. Like if you would say, let's say, you put an S and you put another apostrophe, it won't work. So, and then here we shall have variables. Variables, these are just like containers where you store strings, and the rest might be floats and integers. So variables may range from all the way to letters. So let's say x equals to 33. So x is a variable, and we have stored there our integer. So, and the guy in the middle here, this one is an assignment operator, which we are going to see in the time to come. Yeah. Then we have boolean, and these ones it is either true or false. And what you have to note is that the beginning letter is always in capital. The F is always in capital. Some people state them as maybe this as 1 and this one as 0. Some may say yes and no. Yes or no. Your choice. So, and we shall also look at arithmetic operators. The arithmetic operator that includes the addition, the subtraction. This is subtraction, this is multiplication, this is division, this is modulus, and the rest. So if you use a plus, it is for adding. This one is for subtracting. This one is for multiplying the product. This one is for dividing. This one gives a reminder of the product or the division, and this one gives the power, or it multiplies the number 3 times, and this one so these are then we go on the next one, and these are loops. We have while loop. We shall look at while loop, and we shall look at for loop. Sorry, we shall look at for loop. So that was just just take you through and you see how the structure looks like, or how Python flows. So we shall be using the following. We shall be using that in our codes. You'll be seeing them over and over and over. So let's get started. We are going to start with a calculator that simply calculates simple arithmetic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So and if you don't understand, you leave the comment in the comment section, or if there is any correction you want to give, you should do. you just give the correction and I will read through and I will go ahead and correct it. So firstly, we shall have our print statement. And print is an inbuilt function in Python. It is an inbuilt function and we shall be using it very often. So let's start with printing the first. So hold on, let's have more space here. So we shall have to ask the user. We are going to ask the user to enter the operation of their choice or they want to perform. Please select the operation. So operation of your choice. And our operations will be the following. Shall have the first one as our addition. Sorry. Shall have one as addition. So we shall print our addition first. Then we shall print subtraction. You can go ahead and install auto completion to make your life easy and your coding faster. So that's why you're saying you have auto completion. Shall print the next one as a multiplication. And lastly we shall print division. After that we shall define the operation function. This operation function will help us to print out or to operate our part, this one that we've defined up here. So the operation function will help us get the user's choice. When the user enters any of these choices up here, it will be equal to the input. So shall have a string in and say please enter operation of your choice. Operation of your choice. So after, was downloading some image. So after defining that, we'll go ahead and now introduce the functions, and we shall have our first function, the if function, and we shall define if. We shall now check if the operation is equivalent to this one, and we shall ask the user to enter the first number and the second number to actually run this, or to do this function, or to run this operation of addition. So we shall say if operation operation is equal. So this is equal, we are not assigning, but we are equating to 1. We are equating it to 1. So the two are different. When you use single sign or single equal sign, we are assigning a variable. We are assigning a data type or a string to a variable. But when we double, use double equal signs, we are simply equating something to something on the right, something on the left. So here we shall say sorry, we shall define on num one. We'll use one like this, which we assign it to the input input, and we shall ask the user enter the first number, the first number. Shall do this, and we shall send it to the new line. So that one, the forward slash and n help us to put our input on the next line and to avoid congestion in the work. And we shall define another variable as a number 2, and we shall assign a string on it as an input. And we put our string inside, enter the second number. So we shall tell the user to print. We shall ask the computer to print the sum of these two numbers. So the output text will be the sum of two numbers is what this. I shall have to convert this into a string int. Yeah, like that. Let's first run and see if this one is working. Please enter the operation of your choice. We shall say 1 because it's what so far we've worked on. Well, it just closes. All right. We shall find out why. Let's continue adding more operations. And to add more operations, we shall use the elif function. So we shall say elif operation is equal to 2, and 2 is subtraction. We shall ask the user to enter the number, of course. We used 1, and we shall assign the input string. Shall ask the user to enter the first number. Enter the first number on the next line, and the second number, of course. Second number, and we shall print the difference. The difference of two numbers is this number 1 minus number 2 that the user will have entered. So let's just copy this and paste it twice because we are going just to repeat the same thing. It makes no sense for us to keep repeating ourselves. So we shall have all this. We shall have this too. So this will be 3. This will be 4. And our theory is we shall enter the first number, it is fine. Enter the second number. So here we shall have the string, but here we are multiplying. and here we are dividing. So we shall here we shall use the product of two numbers, the product of the two numbers, and here we shall use maybe the output, the out, or let's use outcome instead. Outcome of two number is this. Then what else? Shall go ahead and define our else. Our else statement. So in simple terms, we are now dealing with the function statements or conditional statements. If, else, and else if they are conditional statements. So we shall say print if the user enters anything outside this, what should the operation do? It should tell them valid entry or invalid input. So that with all this, what you are mining for is calling our function, defining our main function, and we shall highlight the whole of it, the whole of this, all the way to here. Click tab. After clicking tab, from here, we define a function. Functions are defined as def. We shall call, or I will call mine arithmetic. Arithmetic underscore operations. Like that. Later on, I'll come down here and close the function. So let's test our calculator and see if it works. We shall run it. Please enter operation of your choice. Let's check operation 1. Invalid input. All right, let's find out why. Let me check. The sum of two numbers is supposed to be the string. I mean this number 1 plus number 2. I think we are missing out something. Let's check it out. Let's check what we're missing. Let me just go through the whole code and find out the problem. The problem is actually very simple here. Let's work on it together. This is where the problem was. So let's put this guy in quotes. Let's do the same for this, and lastly for this. All right, now let's test it once again and see if it works. Please select the operation. Well, this one came twice. We shall work on that. So we shall enter 1, enter a number, 30, enter the second number, 30. The sum of two numbers is 36, and it works. All right, so that is it. That's very correct. We can also test other operations if they are working. Let's test the last one, division. Enter the first number as 40. 40 divided by 2, we get 20. The outcome of the number is 20. All right, that is done. So let's go to the next one. The next game, or the next top. And the next one, that one shall be the guess the number game. The computer, the user will be playing with the computer. You guess a number at a number for the maximum of choices. And if you are out of place, the computer will give you the correct number and you'll have lost. So for that, let's get started straight away. Let's create a new file. Let's close this one. I just can use the shortcut Control N and Control S for saving. So this one we shall call it guess.py and we save it. Yeah. So let's get started straight up. First of all, we shall be using a new thing, or shall be getting advanced each stage. So here we shall use the random module. So we shall import random. Random will help us it helps in randomizing might be the selection or the choices the user will be making. So first of all, we shall have it as that. Then we shall have our function defined. Like I showed you in the previous one, we define them by using def. Let's hold on. Yeah, so that is how we define them. And I will call my function play game. Sorry. Play underscore game. And in our function, we shall define what is going to be ruling this game or governing the game. First of all, we shall have attempts in this game. Like I said, we'll be playing at a number of attempts. When they are done, the game is over and the computer will be able to give you the correct answer or the correct guess. So attempts will equal to 0. And we shall have our maximum attempts that will be equal to 5. Shall have our minimum attempts, the range. We shall have the range selecting from 1 up to 100. So we shall also define them here as range. We shall have minimum range and maximum range. So the first one defined is the minimum range, which will equal to 1. And we shall go ahead define a maximum range as range max. Oh, sorry. Okay, max, which will equal to 100. Let's just put some correction. Range, then indentation. Shall send it to 100. So between 1 and 100, and the attempts will be only 5. So after 5 attempts, you have failed, and the computer will be able to give you the correct answer or the correct guess. So let's go ahead and use the print function, and the computer will be asking, or the game will be asking, sorry, let's print this. Welcome to the guessing game. Welcome you to the guessing game and to the new line. Let's print print R. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100 to the next line. So we shall go to the next line. So we shall go ahead and tell the user, the game will go ahead and tell you the user that you have this number of attempts, or this number of maximum attempts in this number of attempts. So I mean this number of guesses in this number of attempts. So the first one, let's just go ahead and print. Let's go ahead and print. And tell the user we are going to tell the user that you have you have max attempts and our max attempts are 5, so we shall tell the user you have 5 attempts to guess the correct number. So that's what it simply means. That's why you have this. Yes, so we shall go ahead and we randomize the selection like the way I told you. That's why we are using the random module. So we shall say number equal to random as run int. So we are using the range, the minimum range and the maximum range between 100, between 1 and 100. So range min comma and maximum range, or range max. So let's go ahead. We have forgotten something. In this case, we shall be using formatted strings. So we shall put our F here. The F represents formatted strings, and here as well. And oh, sorry, I put it outside. It's supposed to be inside, like that. And since we are using a formatted string, here we shall now go ahead and say between. We are going to use range. Between range, minimum range, and maximum range. Minimum range is 1, maximum range is 100. And range underscore max or maximum. So that's it. So we shall go ahead. Let's proceed with. Now in the beginning I mentioned the loops, while loop and for loop. So this is the time where we introduce the while loop. So we shall say while attempts are less than maximum attempts. Less than maximum attempts. We assign. We are going to assign some input on our guess variable. So we shall call it guess. Calling it this input. and import equals to guess a number. So if the user guesses the number, we shall be increasing the guess by 1 until the 5 attempts are done. So we shall say attempts will equal to or plus equal to 1. That is how we do that, the incrementing. And if the guess, so it should be in. Yep, so if guess number is less than, oh sorry, let's put something clear here. So while the attempts are less than the maximum attempts of 5, we ask the user to enter their guess. You can say enter your guess or enter a number, and we shall do the increment by 1. So, and if the guess, this one here, the number they've entered is actually less than the number or the range, the minimum range, if it is less than the minimum range or it is higher than the maximum range, then what next? We print out a string that says, it tells the user, or now like here you can see the automation has said your guess is out of range. So for us, we can say your guess should be between 1 and 100. This guy is out. One and 100, or if we are to use the formatted string, we shall use maximum minimum range, between minimum range and maximum range, which I prefer. So we'll use this. For minimum range, let's call me maximum range underscore max. You'll excuse me for that. I have common cold, so it is disturbing me. Let's push this one to the next line, and also this one to the next line, so that we have much space and organization in our work. So if the guess is the less or it is greater than this, that means it is too low, it is beyond 1. That means it says 0, or it is higher than 100. And we should tell the user your guess. Oh yeah, we missed out something here. So if you say your guess should be between 1 and 100. So let's proceed. So Continue. So this continue works as oh, sorry. You continue if it checks this, the number is below 1 and it is over 100, it skips the whole of this and it goes to the next step, which is the if the guess is actually equal to a number or it is greater. Let's first go with greater than the number. And your guess is too high. So if it is, if the guess is, it is higher than the guess, than the number that the computer chose, because this is random. The number you choose, the computer will have chosen its guess. So in the program, we don't know which number was chosen. So we are randomly playing to guess the number. So if you guess the wrong number and it is above the guess that was suggested in the program, it will, the guess, of course, which you are not saying, it will tell you it is too high. And if it is outside or it is below that, it will tell you the guess is too low. Else, it will tell you you have actually guessed the number right. So let's see how to do that. So we shall use the elif in this case, or the elif. If the number, now here we said if it is greater, and now if here it is less, we shall print your guess is too low, or your guess is too low. We push it on the next line. Else the guess should be the correct one. So here we shall have, congratulations, you guessed the number right in this number of attempts. So if you guess the number in the first attempt, it will tell you in 1 attempt you guess the number right, or in 4 attempts you got the number correct. And there we break the we break the loop. Or if we don't break the loop, we can return the function, this function here. So we shall use a return instead of break. So shall return the function, and we shall go ahead and tell the user if these attempts were done without guessing the number correct, shall tell them you're lost or something of that kind. Print the formatted string. The formatted string, sorry. We'll say in our string, sorry, you ran out of attempts. And the number was number. So it will tell you, sorry, you ran out of attempts. The number or the correct number or the correct guess. Let's say the correct guess. Correct guess was number here, the one you choose between the minimum and the maximum. So it will simply tell you it chooses from here. So what next is we have to keep playing. We have to include that function if the user wants to keep playing the game. So we shall define function as play again. So if we define this function. Shall ask, excuse me. We shall ask we shall define the while function as while. So here is the boolean I was talking about. These are the booleans. Is either true or false. So we shall say while true, while true. So if play again is actually true, you should ask the user, do you want to play again? Else, so let's go ahead and ask the user. I think this is an invitation. Let's just have some more space here. While true, while true, play again. We have not defined our function here. Function will be play again. Yeah. So we shall say play again. Let's go again. Let's remove this. Play again as a function. Post y or to yes. So while play again is equal to yes. So shall say while play again is equal to yes. We should call play game. Play game is this main function here. So instead of going ahead and repeating all this from up to here and put it down, we should just call that function here. And we say if it is yes, then the play again should come or the game should go on. And we ask the user, do you want to play again? If the user says yes, the game should go on. If the user says no, the game should end. So let's just put that law here. Solve the case single problem, uppercase or lowercase. So let's have one more output as print. If the user said no, should tell the user, thank you for playing. So let's test and see if we have our game working. All right, let's test and see. Let's run the test. Welcome to the guessing game. Then it says, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. You have 5 attempts to guess the number. So it asks you guess the number. Say 2. It tells you your guess is too low. Sorry, you're in out of attempts. The correct number was 3. So there is something we have to correct because it has only given us one chance. Yet we want to play all the 5 so that in those 5 chances we can win. So let's try entering again. It says guess the number and I guessed it correct. Do you want to play again? Yes. And you say yes. It says thank you for playing because I've entered a small letter. So we are going to fix that right now and we see where the problem is because we need to play the 5 chances, not only once. I think I've gone through my code and I found where the problem is.
The problem is on this one here. It is inside, it is outside the while loop, so it is not being reprocessed. So let's put it here, and this one as well. Let's put it here. Let's run the game and check if we have the correct output. So let's enter our number. I mean our guess. Let's enter our first guess. So my first guess, I will enter 45. Your guess is too low. Go ahead and maybe got 50. The guess is too low. About 67. Too high. About 60. Too high. About 59. We ran out of atoms. The correct guess was 55. Wow, was so close. So let's say yes. You want to play again? Let's say yes, it says thank you for playing and it closes. So let's fix that one as well. Let's fix that one too and we make sure that everything is working. Well, it's simply because the play again is not working because of this dot lower. So we shall use upper because our letter here is defined as upper, not lower. So we shall say dot upper, and I think everything is okay. Play a game. This is our main function. So it is called here. The process continues. Every time you say yes, it comes here, it picks this and it keeps playing until you say no. Once you say no, it will terminate, it will end the game. So let's test it. Welcome to a guessing game. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. Have 5 attempts to guess the number. Guess the number. Guess a number. Guess 45. Too high. So let's check 54. Too high. Oh, 32. Too high. 21. Too high. 19. Oh, wow. A number of just 8. Let's say yes. Guess a number. So what happens if you guess a number outside 100? Let's try 200. It tells you your guess should be between 1 and 100. So let's enter 33. Too low. Let's say 45. Too low. 56. Too low. 67. Too low. 75. Okay. Once you say no, thank you for playing. There we have it. Let's now we have 2 games done. I mean 1 game done. The first one was a calculator that does arithmetic operations. Now this one is a game. And now we shall go ahead and have our third application, and that will be the weather forecast application. It asks a user to enter the type of weather, and the application will tell you the type of clothes or the type of clothes what you should wear on that day after you asking it the type of weather, or after it asking you the type of weather. So we shall go ahead and create the file. Sorry, I'll use Control N and Control S for saving. So I will call it weather.py and I enter. So here we shall still import the other random module, and we shall use it. Actually, the random we shall use it in the last one. Now here we are going just to define our first function as where, because we want as the application what to where. So first our function I will call mine where, and then we shall see what to do next. So let's define the function as where. Sorry about the spelling. It's where. Then so we shall call our function down there at the extreme end for us to keep asking the application the weather. It will keep asking us, do you want to check the weather with us again? If you say yes, it asks you to enter the type of weather. You enter it, tells you what to wear. Yeah, simply that. So first of all, let's have our weather here defined. So we shall have weather as our function, as our variable, I mean, with an input string or input string, and the input string will be please, okay, I'll use automatic. Please enter the weather. Enter the weather. Get what to wear. Get what to wear. And the weather is this one here. I'll be using. Let's use the next line. So once I think it is outside the bound, so it should be inside here. Yes. So once you enter the weather, it will tell you, please, the weather today is this, and this. So might be stay indoors or wear this. So we shall have our print after you entering the type of weather. We shall have our print as you should wear this. Sorry. Your weather today is oh weather today is weather. This one. So it should be this. Formatted. Okay. So we are going to check our weather. Oh, sorry. Let's just use this. 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 Just that. So let's check our weather. If weather is sunny, let's say it is sunny, what should be the attire of that day? Weather is equal to sunny. Aha, it is sunny. What should be the printout? Sorry. Printout should be, you should tell the user what to wear. Please wear okay, shall say please wear light clouds and sunglasses because it's is plus weather, it is weather. So if it's not, then the elif will come in. Well, if the weather is rainy and well, oops. Okay, sorry. Print. Please wear a raincoat. Take an umbrella because it brings this one. It's a rainy day because it's rainy. Elif. Elif. Weather equal to snowy. What should be the attire on that day? Print please wear warm clothes and take umbrella because it is that. Then so we shall also print. Let's add one more. Let me see. Sunny, rainy, snowy. Hold on. Maybe we could have stormy is same as windy. Okay. Let's add another elif. Elif if the weather is equal to. What should we have? Please stay home because it's stormy. Okay. So shall have our else statement, our else conditional man as print we do not actually have such weather here. So in simple terms, now we have everything here. We have our weather up, our weather forecast up here. Let's first see if we have any problems with it. I don't think we do. Everything is fine. All right, now we are going to have our check again, just like we had play again in the previous game. So here we shall have a check again function. So because we have to ask the user if they want to keep checking the weather. So shall have check again, check underscore again. Check again equals to yes. Check again equals to yes. Then what should happen? So we shall come down here and say we just simply going to do the same as we did in the previous one. So we enter, say while I'll check again, sorry, let's go again, is equal to yes. What should happen? We call our where function, okay, the where function, and then sorry, we call the function, and then say check again, check, let's go again. We have the input. We ask the user if they want to check the weather again. Do you would you like to check again? Yes or no? Dot upper. So if yes, if the user says yes, it will simply come back here in this function and ask the user to keep checking. Otherwise, it will tell the user. If the user says no, it will say thank you for using our weather app. Okay, let's check if everything's fine. Let's run and see. Please enter the weather. Oh, please enter the weather to get. This was to get, what to wear. Be sunny, rainy. So let's check the first one. Let's have sunny. The weather today is sunny. Please wear light clothes and sunglasses because it is sunny. Would you like to check the weather again? Say yes. Ask you to enter. Let's say snowy. Snowy. Enter. Your weather today is snowy. Please wear warm clothes and take an umbrella. Take umbrella because it's snowing. Would you like to play again? Say no. Thank you for using our weather app. And that is so perfect. So there are just 27 lines of codes. You can go ahead and implement in more. You could go ahead and use maybe a Google Assistant and create your own, and you use it for testing weather, asking it what weather. So we shall go ahead and create the last application or the last game in this tutorial. And we shall call it rock paper and scissors. So let's go ahead and create it. So let's just continue with our last program, our last game, rock paper and scissors. You can go ahead and create the file called RPS. It's rock paper and scissors. You can name it any of your choice. So firstly, we shall import random. Import random. And import sys. That one will give us accessing some files or some functions from the system. So from there, we shall have functions that returns the winner of the round. So firstly, we shall have our options that we shall be using or choosing from. Sorry. So we shall call them options. So we shall assign the rock, paper, and scissors as a list. So this is how lists are defined, or this is how lists are implemented in the rectangular brackets. And from there, we define the win combo. Combo as, sorry. So what do we have here? We shall have our winning combo as the first one will be use brackets 0, sorry, 0 and 2, okay, 0 and 2, 1 and 0, and 2 and 1. Then we shall have we shall initialize our variables. So if player score, player underscore score equals to 0, and we shall also define the computer score, computer underscore score also equal to 0, and the number of rounds shall have our number of rounds score count equaling to 1. Then we define main function. Main function define our main function, and under our main function we shall have the welcoming text. Shall have a welcoming text, print welcome to yes yes, and then we shall have another one. Let's have next line, sorry, as this. So shall have another printout, printing. Let's get started. Let us get started. Just like that. Okay. Let's get started. Then another printout, which will ask the user, will ask the user to choose what they want, or what they're on from the options they want to play. So we shall ask the user to choose the number. Oh no, not the number. Choose from the options, these ones here, rock, paper, and scissors. Options are below. And then we shall have to define the game, how the game shall be played. So here we shall say difficulty, difficulty. So difficulty is a variable, and we are declaring a get difficulty function. So we shall say get difficulty. Shall say self set all in caps difficulty, and then we shall define a while loop while true should get the number of rounds. So from here should get the number of rounds, and our number of rounds are from 1 up to the maximum of your choice. So in this game, a user can even play 100 or even beyond rounds without stopping or without the game ending. Until you finish those rounds, then the game will end. And it will ask if you want to play again, then you can play again. So let's go ahead and say while true. We define our variable rounds equal to get number of rounds. So we get the number of rounds, and after getting the number of rounds, so we shall play the rounds that we've gotten. We play the rounds from here as underscore that one. So while true, we define the variable, and we put what we want. We store there what we want. So we come here and play the number of rounds, and the number of rounds will be dependent on the user's choice. So we proceed. So we shall have our output, or the printout, and we shall say we print. You're going to print a formatted string, and that says the final score. Final score will define the player's output, or the player's wins, with player choice underscore player underscore score, and then the computer choice. So the output will be final score. It will provide the player's score here, and to provide the computer score. So let's say maybe they've both played. Okay, the user chose maybe 4 rounds or 6 rounds, and he has won 3, and the computer won 3. So here will be a final score: player 1-3, or player 3, computer 3. If or it will say it is a draw, or it's a tie, something of that kind. Also, it might be here to show the player has 4, computer has 2, and the next statement will be player 1 or computer 1 if any of them won. So it was simple as that. So we shall continue and have our functions if. So if player score is actually less than or the computer score, I mean greater. So if the computer score is greater than if the player score is greater than the computer score, the game should say win. Else it should tell the computer won. So let's see that. Elif Elif player score is less than computer score, you lose. And else it's a tie. This is what I was saying. If they both played if they played 6 rounds and each of them won 4-3-3, it will simply tell you it's a tie. So and maybe it should add more. So in simple terms, this is if we are to play this game without adding more updated features or more advanced features, our game could have ended here and we could just tell the user, thanks for playing. But because of this, oh sorry, this one is even typing error. Because of this, the user has to play a number of rounds, that is one, and the number of rounds, they are dependent on each level. And there we shall have the hard level, we shall have medium, we shall have easy. So we shall have go ahead and include those. So we are going to ask the user if we could play again. If not, play again. Play again, we are going to define it. And now it is not here. So this is where the system is that we used up there. This one. System exit. So let's start setting up our levels. Hard, easy, medium, and hard. Shall define a number of functions. Shall first have to correct all this. That's why you're seeing that the yellow warning. So let's define them. So we shall define get difficulty. Okay, get difficulty. Get difficulty. Yes. Can go ahead and define. Another one. Another function. Yes. Set. Fine. I'll do that one too. Well, I think it is. Okay. Because we haven't put anything here, that's why there is the red warning. Let's have another function. Okay. This one gets. Sorry. Got number of rounds. Number of rounds. Sorry. Number of rounds. Another one is another function is for the moves. So I'll call mine make move. shall have play rounds, and we shall have another function to define checking our results. So check results. Check results. Then yeah, this is completed. So let's first work on these ones. We shall come back to those ones. Okay, so let's go ahead and work on these functions. Difficulty is equivalent or equal to input so we shall have these levels defined. Shall have one easy level, hard, easy, hard, medium. But let's make them as int. So I'm going to say and then I close that bracket. But then shall choose a difficulty or choose what you want. Choose a level. Level is a level. So you can go ahead and change all these to level, 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 set a level, level. Okay. Now we have our level here again. Level. So level equals to get levels at high level, number of rounds, play number of rounds. A print score is if player score is greater than this, then you win. If it is less than this, then you lose. If it is equal, then it's a draw. If not, then thanks for playing. Else get to the level and keep playing. So let's keep going. So we return our function, returning level. So we come under here. We lower our global variables. global probability. Global probability. Computer wins. Excuse me. Wins. So we shall say we shall define functions if level is equal to we can use this. Okay, I'll correct it. Level equals to 1. Computer probability wins. So here is the probability. I'll set it to let me say I'll use 7. Okay, elif level 2. That should be the computer probability 5. So on the hardest level should be the else, whereby it is the hard level. The win probability should be more or less, but now I will interchange. I want to make it harder. I'll just say, all right, I'll just say 1 is enough. 5 and 3. Now let's just use 3. I think it is much better also. All right, so that's it. So let's just have something later here. It's easy. This one is this is hard. So it does 3. So you have easy, have normal, and we have hard. So we shall go on getting our rounds ask. So this is where the user should choose how many rounds they want to play. So we call the function up there, number of rounds equal to some int. Shall have our input, and I'll have our string here, like how many rounds would you like to play. Sorry. So we return the number of rounds. After returning the number of rounds, now we start defining or giving out the products from what we are playing. If the player here chooses number of rounds, here they'll start playing, and the more as they play, we shall have the output telling us you've chosen this and the computer chose this. So maybe it's a draw or you win. It's a draw, you win. Computer wins, you lost, something of that kind. So let us have global layer choice, player choice with that of computer choice. Computer choice. Yes, computer choice. We shall have the player score. Sorry. Okay. Shall have player's choice. Equivalent. Choose rock, paper, and scissors. On the next line. Next line. Choose twice. Put it here. That. Sorry. Computer choice. Yeah, computer choice. And the loop comes in here. While player score player choice is not in amongst those options. Rock, paper, and scissors should tell the user that you have put something that I don't know or invalid choice. Player valid choice. Choose rock, paper, and scissors. So and now the computer choice will be random from the above options. So computer underscore choice will equal to random choice from the above options. So we have to go on our checklist. The checklist and the check results. So now our check results, we have to determine the winner of the round and update the player scores and the computer scores. So let's determine our computer score and the user's score. So we shall have a global player score and the computer score, and we shall have to ask if player choice is the equivalent computer choice and it's a tie or it's a draw. Let's use tie. It's a tie. Sorry. So if it is not, then what? Shall have elif go back to options and we choose from the options index
and the player's choice. So we shall say elif options.index player's choice, then options.index the computer's choice, and we refer to the combos. Where are they? Here. Right. Let me check. What is this? 1, 2, 1, 2. So that was not needed. You win. All right. So if it's not a tie, then it's a win. And if it's not a win, it's a loss. So we shall have else say else else computer wins. Computer wins. Computer score plus or equals to 1. Then and for number of rounds, so we come here, we give the number of rounds a player has to choose from. We had defined them up there. So we shall come here and say, shall still use the global function. Global function, which player lose, sorry, player underscore score. And the computer score, then we count the number of rounds every time the player plays. So we come down here and we say player score is equal to 0, and then the computer score is equivalent to 0 as well. And then lastly, we have the number of rounds equivalent to 1. Then we bring in, like I said, we shall use the loops in the beginning, for loop and the while loop. So here we bring in the for loop. We shall say for in range number of rounds you have the formatted string printed. Round, so here it will say round 1. It will be picking from here, so the counting starts from 1 round count. So to say round 1, round 2, round 3, until you get down. It will tell you the final score between the two of you, between the computer and you.
So let's continue. Let's continue and say make move, just like we had said. Let's first send this guy on the next line. I don't want congested work. So make move, we had defined this function up there, so we are going to call it here. Make move, and we shall call another function, this one here. This one, check results. I check results. Check results. And also shall say round count. Let's go count. Simply b plus equal 1. And we shall print our final score. Shall print this final score. Oh, sorry. Shall print the final score. Formatted string. Final score. Count round. So final score will be determined by the number of rounds. So I shall say final score is player score, player score, and then computer score. Computer score. Just like in the first one. So I shall say computer. So it will simply say player has gotten this and the computer has gotten this. So and it weighs the two of you. Might be true or one of the two won. So and here now shall now define our play again. Shall correct that one later on. Okay, so the last function is telling the user to keep playing. So we shall define play again. Let's call again function. And what happens if we ask the user to play again? So I just simply say while true, play again, input. So we ask the user, do you want to play? Sorry, would you like keep playing? You like to keep playing? So If yes, then what? And if no, then what? So we shall simply say we call the function the main function. The main function is this main. Sorry. So after calling our main function, well, let's make it more simpler. Let's say, oh yeah, no, it is fine. Let's just continue and say, uh, play again. So if play again asks the user, would you like to keep playing? Here we shall put yes or no. Oh no. The next line. Yes or no. That's the next line. So if play again is equal to that, we define a function. I mean, yes, we bring in the if function. So if play again is here, if play again is equal to, or if play again, but lower, is actually equal to, let's put it aside, is actually equal to no. Equal to no. Equal to no. Is equal to no. Return the function as false. These are the booleans I was talking about in the beginning. So if alternatively it should be returning true. If play again is equivalent to a yes, it should return function as true. Alternatively, it's none of the two. If it's not a yes, it's not a no, then the else part should say valid input. Valid input. So we call our main function. If our underscore name is equal to mine. Okay. Then my function should be called, and that is it. So we are going to debug. Yeah, I've figured out the issues. There are a few issues. Most of all, just indentation issues. So I'm going to get them fixed, and I'll come back with the correct code. There are just a few indentation issues. This one is supposed to be inside, like that. So I'm going to fix them, and we shall have the correct one. Yeah, I fixed all the indentation errors and all that. So that was the only issue. I had indented wrongly. So we can go ahead and test. We can go ahead and test our code and see if it is doing what we want. Let's run. It says welcome to RPS. Let's get started. Please now choose from the options below. So the options are here. Choose a level, 1, 2, or 3. I'll go for level. Oh, sorry. I instead pressed enter. Let's clear it and run again. I instead pressed enter instead of entering the level. So entered level 2, the normal level. How many rounds would you like to play? We'll say 6 rounds. So round 1, go for round 1, choose rock, enter. It's a tie, that means the computer chose the same. So round 2, I'll go for paper. Computer wins. Round 3, I'll go for paper again. Computer wins again. I'll go for Caesar. Computer wins again. I'll go for paper, lastly. It's a tie, so it means I have one more round to go. Choose rock. I lost. So out of 6, the computer won 3. I won 1. First, hold on. Now the computer, yes, the computer won 3, and there was 1 draw. There were 2 draws actually, I think. Yeah, this is a tie, and this is also a tie. It's around here. Yeah, this is a tie, and this is a tie. So plus those, that is 5, and plus my win, those are 6. Would you like to keep playing? If I say yes, how many rounds? You see here, if you put a small y or capital, it doesn't matter. How many rounds? I've said 4 rounds. I'll choose rock. I win. I choose paper. The computer wins. I'll go for rock again. I win. Rock again. I won. Yeah, I got 2 out of 4. It got 1, and I think 1 draw. So would you like to keep playing? If I say yes with a capital I, it still continues. How many rounds? I'll say 2 rounds. Choose. I'll say Caesar. Sorry. Anyway, let's test and see if it can respond to this. Caesar. It doesn't understand. Valid choice. Choose from rock, paper, and scissors. Okay. Caesar. Like that. Computer wins. Jesus Christ. You lose. I lost. It's a tie. You say no. I would say thank you for playing rock, paper, and scissors. So that was it for today.
It's been a long one, so you can go ahead and update this and add in more features that you feel like you want. Yes, you can go ahead and add in more features. Let's check others that we did. Let's check for today's work. I think we put them in here. Let's check if they're there. Yes, they are. So we did this. Now we click. And the very first one was this one, followed by this, followed by this, and then lastly was this. Yeah, like that. So let's test them once again. This was our calculator. And let's run it and see. My VS Code has a lot of stored extensions, so it takes long to process all of them to start running easily. So we have to give it some time. So let's keep waiting for it. So it has loaded. Let's test all our today's work. Let's clear this. Let's run. It has please select the operation of your choice. We shall choose one. Enter a number. Let's enter 30. Second one 30 gives a 60 as the output. We can test other operations. Let's check 3. Let's say 54 times 2, 108. That one works. Let's check the guessing number. So it says I'm thinking of number. Let's guess the number 45. That's too high. 32. Yes, I won. Yeah, you guess the number in 2 attempts. Do you want to play again? Yes. So you choose the number 26. That's too high. 21. Too high. 19. 17. Too high. 8. Too high. Then 3. Okay. What? How could I guess that one? No. Thank you for playing. And delete. Let's check our weather. Please enter stormy. Weather today is stormy. We do not actually have such weather. So we do not have the weather. I mean, we will not have stormy weather here. So there is nothing. So would you like to check again? So if you are checking for weather and it is not there, you enter the weather. Let's enter sunny. Yeah, it works. Say no. Thank you for using the weather app. And lastly, the previous one we just made, the last one, we'll come to RPS. Let's get started. Let's choose the hard level 3. How many rounds? 4 rounds. So round 1, I'll choose rock. It's a tie. And treasures paper. I win. Rock. Computer wins. No, paper. I won. You want to play? No. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening. Hope this helps through your journey. So you have a number of them. You can start with this, and these projects, they have everything that you need. So you can keep building on this. So if there is might be questions or comments or what you didn't understand, you can comment below. I'll put the whole source code down there. I'll put it down there so that you can do the follow-up and you get it right. Thank you so much.